Welcome to the PhilpseyForce Shadowfang Keep Dungeon Guide. Let's get started, shall we? Okay, so where is it located? The Shadowfang Keep is located south of the Sepulchre, but north of Pyrewood Village. Let's circle it, shall we? Bam! There it is! That's where Shadowfang Keep is. It's a big castle, so just mosey your way on into it. Let's go. Alright, so the quests. The 3 quests that you'll do inside are only for the Horde. The white numbers are the level you need to attain the quest. There are no chain quests. And you get them in the Undercity, and then 2 in the Sepulchre. Unless you're a Paladin, and you're working on the Test of Righteousness, or you are a Warlock, and you're working on the Orb of Sauron Rook. Those 2 you can do as an Alliance player. But other than that, all the quests are for Horde. So let's look at the Horde quest rewards here. So you get to choose between some leather boots or some mail bracers. You get some fancy new cloth shoulders and a nice ring for your fangle. Alright. So the mobs. Inside the instance, mobs range from level 18 to 26. That's an 8 level range. It's pretty big. They are beasts, humanoids, and undead. And there's 1 rare spawn inside for a grand total of 9 bosses, or 9 named units for you to kill and loot. Let's introduce the bosses, and here they are. So in the order in which you will see and kill them, well, let me see if I can point this out for you. So first you're probably going to run into Rethilgore over here, and then we're going to bounce over to this side to Razorclaw the Butcher, and then Baron Silverlaine, and then Commander Springvale, and then Odo the Blindwatcher, and then the rare spawn, the Deathsworn Captain, Fenrus the Devourer, Wolfmaster Nandos, and then last boss, Archmage Arugal. Alright, let's see what these guys have in store for us. Alright, so the first guy, level 20, Rethilgore. He's linked with 2 level 19 elite wargs, the little wolves. And there is another like white scalp, another Worgen that's in the same room with them, but that mob can be pulled alone if you're not rushing too bad. So Rethilgore casts an immobilizing life-steal spell. So he'll keep his life up. So you're pretty much going to burn down his ads and then kill him. And then he drops, unfortunately, some leather shoulder pads. Nothing too fancy for this guy. But you have to kill him to open up the door and move on in the dungeon. So whether you're Horde or Alliance, you're either going to help a Forsaken guy or you're going to help a human. And then they help you open the door. Right? The next, this isn't marked as a boss, but if you guys are in the need of some 10-slot bags, there's 3 linked Fel Steeds that are all level 19 elites. And they all have a chance to drop a Fel Steed saddlebag, your 10-slot bag. They cast a damaging AoE stun. Yeah. I mean, and that stun also causes a debuff that increases your damage taken. So just as a party, focus fire down each one at a time. Pretty easy. But if people don't know that you're attacking them because they are yellow, you might catch some people off guard, and they might just start stomping in your healer. But they are in the stables where the Paladin needs to pick up the hammer. Alright. So the second boss, Razorclaw the Butcher. He's level 22 elite. He has a mana drain attack. He can be pulled alone. Well, you'll kill the ghosts around him. But do watch for patrols, because there are Worgen patrols that move in and out of the kitchen. But relatively, he's a tank and spank. If you're a paladin tank, I guess, might be the only time where you will see that you'll probably run out of mana during this encounter, possibly. He drops the Butcher Slicer, the Butcher's Axe, and the Bloody Apron. Alrighty. The next, Baron Silverlaine. He's in the dining hall next to everything. He casts a healing reduction debuff, so any healing that you take is like 75%. It's a big chunk. So anything, this is probably a hard fight for the healer, because they actually have to heal more. But besides watching out for a patrol that you may have missed, again, it's relatively a tank and spank. He drops a one-handed mace and another melee DPS Fangle Ring. Alright, next, Commander Springvale, level 24 elite. He's a paladin type boss, and he is linked with 2 other mobs. One of them is one of, you can see here, the Wailing Guardsman, and the other one is one of the Haunted Servitors. Instead of pulling him directly, you can pull one of the 2 people that he's linked with, and you'll only get the boss and that one mob instead of all 3 mobs. So you get to choose whether you want the Haunted Servitor, which will most likely debuff you with that annoying haunting spell, or the Wailing Guardsman, who can do an AoE silence when you attack him. He also does, the Commander Springvale will do Hammer of Righteousness, which is like a stun, and he will self-heal. He won't heal his allies, but he will self-heal himself. So just kill his ads. Try to interrupt any type of healing he may or may not try to do, and then yeah, you'll kill him pretty easily. The only hard part around him is in his room with the Wailing Guardsman. He drops a blue shield, which is really good, and then a two-handed axe. I'm sorry. Next, level 24 elite, Odo the Blindwatcher. Even if you're a tank and you run in here and you see him standing by himself, he is linked to his 2 pet bats, a level 22 and a level 23 elite. The Vile Bat will disarm and cleave, so I would say kill him first. And the Bloodseeker will give you a debuff that will increase your damage taken, so I would kill him second or have him CC'd the whole time. And then Odo himself, when you start attacking him at 60%, 40%, and 20%, he will go like that or whatever, and he'll increase in size and increase the damage of himself and his party. So if his 2 bats are alive, they will start doing more damage. They get bigger, they get bluer, if I remember. So he drops a 2-handed staff and a leather belt for you guys. Next, the rare spawn, level 25 elite, Deathsworn Captain. He is linked with 2 level 23 elite guards. And then you also want to watch for any patrols that you may not have destroyed by the time you get to him. The ads that are with him, the guardsmen, randomly reduce weapon skills by 100. So I would say CC and kill them first. He's a warrior type boss, and he cleaves and does hamstring. I wouldn't worry about the hamstring, but the cleave for you, the tank and DPS in your group, just stay away from the tank, I would assume. He drops a 2-handed sword with spirit, which isn't something that people normally like, but tanks, or I guess I should say warriors and paladins, really do like his phantom armor if that drops. good luck finding this guy. But he's got a cool little unique helmet, which is nice. Next, level 25 elite, Fenrus the Devourer. He casts a poison. It's like a dot and a mana drain spell. Again, he himself is a Tengen Spank, but upon killing him, because he's really easy, 3 level 24 Void Walkers will spawn and attack after a small event plays out. So just be prepared. You tanks, make sure you have some rage or some mana to drop some AoE attacks to just pick up these 3 mobs. But they are not elite, so even if your party is confused and they're all attacking different ones, it's kind of like when you're leveling by yourself. Just handle your own affairs. And he drops a cape, a back, and leather bracers. Alright. Second to last boss, level 25, Wolfmaster Nandos. He's in a room with 4 wolves, wargs. When you first come into the room, just pay attention and don't just rush the boss. You can kill the 2 wolves as soon as you enter the room without aggroing him. And then if you choose a side of the room, and then you pull the ad that he's linked to, you'll, just like Commander Springvale, you will just have that one ad and him instead of having 3 ads. Remember, lupine horrors spawn more ghost dogs, and then he himself, upon getting him to 80%, unlocks his ability to start summoning more wolves. So depending on how long you kill him, depends on how many extra wolves he will summon. But if you're paying attention, he's pretty easy. Just kill his ads, kill him, and he drops some real nice cloth shoulders for you casters, and then a decent cape if you haven't gotten anything by this level. I feel like the stats are very low, and you should have something better. And then last but not least, Archmage Arugal. So this is a pretty fun fight, and I love how the music changes when you're fighting him. He mind controls a random player in your party for up to 10 seconds, which turns them into a Worgen. And then they start attacking. So just stun them or CC them. Don't kill your friends, even though sometimes it's a lot of fun to do that. Don't kill your friends. It makes the fight worse. He casts a Void Bolt spell, which is exactly like a Shadow Bolt. He can cast it about 15 times before he runs out of mana, is what I've counted. He will also teleport away 1 to 2 times during the fight. And I don't have this written down, but he will cast like a Thunderclap type ability. It's like an AoE damaging stun, 3-second stun. So anyone in melee range will get hit by that. And then a little side note, if he does kill one of your party members, if he kills a player, he does regain his mana, so he'll go back to void bolting you and your friends. But he drops a really nice DPS dagger, a cloth chest piece, and a cloth belt. And then there you go, you are done with Shadowfang Keep upon completing all the dungeons inside, or not all the dungeons, all the quests inside and all the mobs. So, the difficult encounters when you're running through these here. So I would say, right when you start, be careful with the Rethilgore pull. He is in that tiny little room by the jail. So there's 2 elite dogs, there's him, and then there's one other Worgen that's down there. So you could have 3 elites on a boss, or you could have 2 elites on a boss, depending on how you're pulling. Once you get into the courtyard area and beyond, you'll see Shadowfang Moonwalkers, and they have an anti-magic barrier. So once you see this green orb, greenish yellowish orb going around their bodies, they are immune to all magic for about 10 seconds. So that'll be annoying to your casters. The Haunting Spirits debuff from the Haunted Servitors. Those are the mobs, the Haunted Servitors. They'll instantly curse you. So bring someone along who can decurse. Or if you're a paladin, just use your bubbles to bubble out of this. It's really annoying. You'll kill these mobs in one hit, but it's just really annoying to constantly have your either AoE up trying to fight these things, or when you're sitting down to eat or drink and these things they're just slapping you around. Once you get near Commander Springvale upstairs, you'll have the Wailing Guardsmen, and they do have an AoE silence. So if you're a caster, especially if you're a healer, stay away from these guardsmen. Don't be in melee range at all. And if you're a tank, make sure you don't line of sight your healer who could be down a hallway or whatever. Just pull them out. And then we'll move along. After the ramparts, you'll work your way into the warg pens, is what I'm going to call it. These can turn into very large pools because of the lupine hordes, these ghost dogs, these ghost wolves. Their special move is to summon another ghost wolf. So your pull of 2 can turn into pull of 4 in 2 seconds into the fight. So if you're not ready for that, yeah, you won't be ready for it. Your healer won't be ready. Your healer's going to cast a heal right when the lupine horrors summon one of its new mobs, and then the new mob instantly starts attacking your healer, and as a tank you're like, oh, I don't have the rage to pull him off, and then okay, yeah. And then once you get around Wolfmaster Nandos, if you don't pull things correctly, you could have 4 mobs, which 3 of them, 2 of the elite dogs and the boss himself, are summoning more wolves. So that can just turn into a big room of lots of wolves just nipping your life away quickly. Especially if you aren't the best kind of tank and your casters or healers are pulling all sorts of aggro. It will be very difficult in that room. Alright, next, shortcuts. There aren't any real shortcuts in this dungeon, unfortunately. I would say try not to fall off of the ramparts, like outside of the dungeon. I don't think it unzones you, so it like leaves you in like a weird instance of that part of the area. So you all get to stand there and watch your stupid party member try to walk their way back into the dungeon. And then when you are done with the dungeon, and if you don't feel like hearthing out for some reason, you can run back to the ramparts and then just run out. Jump off of the ramparts and then run out through the entrance that you see below you. Okay, so sorry. No shortcuts. Next, okay, the map. So we're going to break this down, but if you were to look at this dungeon just as a 2D perspective, this is the map that you would see. But it's a castle, it's a keep. So right here, where Odo and Rethilgore are, that's like 2 stories. And then right here is a big tower. So there's a lot of floors stacked. I think it's like 6 or 7 floors that this dungeon has. So if we broke down this map into all the floors, this is what you would actually see. You would run in through everything. It would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 floors. And then, but just for the convenience, we are going to go through this map as if we just entered the dungeon. So first, we are starting on the first floor, and we're going to stack up. So first floor, you're going to come in through the dungeon entrance. You can watch this little event here, but you cannot progress. You got to go through a side door. You're going to run through this maze. You're going to come in, and you're going to kill Rethilgore. My little warning here, this is the part where you could accidentally pull too many mobs for you to handle. And then this question mark are one of the 2 mobs, depending on your faction, of who you're going to get to open the door for you. Once you get through the door right here, you're going to come into the courtyard. I have this warning sign because this is where you're going to see both the haunted servitors and the anti-magic Worgen. And then if you're Horde, you're going to come over here and complete this quest if you have it. And then you're going to run over here. This question mark right here is for the paladins. This is where Jordan's hammer is. And also inside this room is where the Fel Steeds are if you decide to kill the Fel Steeds because you need some 10 slot bags. Do it. I recommend it. Next, you're going to come over here. You have an option of going north or cutting into the left here. Everyone, the best way to do it is to cut to the left because it pretty much leads into the kitchen. It doesn't pretty much. It does lead into the kitchen where Razorclaw the Butcher is. So he is your second boss. You'll kill him. There's a couple of patrols. Beware. You'll kill him. You'll enter the dining area. You'll kill Baron Silverlaine right here. And then you'll go up the stairs. And then you'll hang a left. You'll come down this hallway. And then at this warning sign right here, this is where the Wailing Guardsmen start. So these are the AoE silencing mobs. You'll kill Commander Springvale, which is right here. And then you'll run through this hallway. Once you get to this green dot, we go to floor 2. So here we go. Boom. The ramparts. So you'll go through this hallway. Lots of Wailing Guardsmen. You'll kill them all here. You'll wander into this room. This is where Odo the Blindwatcher is. You'll kill him and his 2 bats. You'll exit out through the north. Again, on the northern part of the ramparts. And then this is where the Deathsworn Captain could be spawned. Right next to it, a nice little treasure chest that's usually there. So you'll kill him, and then you'll enter the tower. So you'll go up the tower. No. You'll actually go down the tower, and then you'll go into the warg pin. So I have this warning because this is where the lupine horrors are, and they can summon more and more wolves to nip at your heels. So you'll kill them, and then you'll run in through here. Once you get to this blue dot, you go up a level. You start going up some stairs. So we go up this. So we'll go up these stairs. You'll kill a bunch of mobs in here, and then I also have another warning here. It's mainly because the more lupine horrors and the Worgen that are here can just cause some very convoluted pulls, and some of them may be large. So I'm just trying to give you a heads up of what may or may not be a large pull, depending on your tank and their pulling ability. Then you're going to run across like the catwalk, I guess is what I would call it, and then you're going to go up the tower. And then once you get to this pink dot, you're going to go up, pink dot, so this leads into Fenrus's room. So on the bookcase, right when you enter, that's where the Book of is. So if you're Horde, go ahead and grab that. You'll engage with Fenrus. You'll kill him. An event happens. You'll kill the Voidwalkers that spawn. Then the gate opens, and then you'll run out there. You'll get to this white dot, and then you'll be where this white dot is, and then you're on the balcony above Fenris's room. So you're gonna just run around the room. If you drop down, you'll just fall back down into Fenris's room, but stay on the side, run back down, and then you'll come through here, and you'll run around again this way. Once you get to this purple dot, then you go up one more level, and then you should see Wolfmaster Nandos's room. There's a wolf in every corner, 2 of which can summon more wolves, so that is why I have another hard pull warning. So don't just rush in and grab Nandos. Kill the 2 bosses, or kill the 2 wolves on the side, and then pick a side, attack that mob, and Nandos will come with them. Kill the ad, then kill Nandos. Pretty simple. Then the door behind him will be able to be opened, and you will get into Arugal's room, Archmage Arugal. You'll kill the 3 Worgen that are below. You should really do this. And then you'll engage Arugal. He will teleport around the room, so he'll either teleport here to this area, back on top of the stairs, or there's actually a ledge along this wall that he will teleport to. So you'll have to do some running and jumping to get to him, or else just try to outlive his void bolts, and then he'll come running to you when he runs out of mana, so he can come slap you. And then that is the end of the dungeon. You have completed Shadowfang Keep. Next, we're going to do a tour. If you've already seen this, I don't think it's really changed post-Cataclysm. They might have removed some of the bosses. I actually don't know. The map hasn't changed itself. So now we're going to actually go on the tour of what it's going to look like and what the mobs look like. So if you don't need to see the tour, you can end the video now. Thank you for watching. But other than that, let us go to the video, I think. Yeah. Let us go to the video. Alright, so now we are at the front of Shadowfang Keep. This is what it looks like before you run in. So we are going to go ahead and start this bad boy. So there is an event that will happen here. I'm not going to spoil that for you. You can just go ahead and watch it yourself when you get in here. Ugh. So we are speeding by. So first we get to the jail, and then here is Rethilgore. And here is two mobs that he's linked with, and then here is the guy that you can pull by himself from up here. Just try to jump. You'll pretty much, more or less, jump on the balcony / jump and try to shoot him. Once you kill him, you will open up whichever door you need for either the Alliance or the Horde. You'll talk to these characters and they will come open the door for you. I have special privileges, so I don't need that. I don't want to ruin any of the events for you. So in here, this is where your Fel Steeds are. There's 3 of them. And then there is Jordan's hammer right there, which you need for the Paladin quest. So we'll leave that. This is where you have a choice of either going north or going into the kitchen. So we are going to go into the kitchen, and then here's a patrol that you need to worry about. You'll kill these 2 ghosts, and then you will engage Razorclaw the Butcher. Once you kill Razorclaw the Butcher, you will work your way through the dining room over here to Baron Silverlaine. This is where he is. Once you kill him, you'll run up these stairs, hang a left, come around here, and then once you get in here, this is where, bam, those guys right there, the Wailing Guardsmen are. So I would say clear this room, be wary for your healer, who has to deal with running around this AoE stun, and then Commander Springvale is right there behind the table. So he is linked with either the Haunted Servitor or another Wailing Guardsman. You kill this Wailing Guardsman by himself. So you'll either try to pull from this side and just hit that mob and the boss will come, or pull from this side and attack him and the boss will come. And then that way you only have to kill 2 and not 3, or just run in there and get all 3. Who cares? Who cares? So then you're going to go down this, and then this is where we enter the ramparts with lots of Wailing Guardsmen. Then you'll come over here to this little house. Oh yeah, and you guys take in the views. That's all I'm going to say. Take in the views. Anyway, you're going to come in this house, and then there is Odo the Blindwatcher. He's kind of sitting over there in the corner. These are his 2 pet bats. They might not look like they are linked, but they are linked. So if you don't know, and you're blaming your tank for pulling such a large pull, they are linked. So you're going to kill Odo the Blindwatcher, and then you'll leave through this way. Back onto the ramparts. You'll come over here. Okay, yep, look at that. The Deathsworn Captain is alive. And he's patrolling a little bit. These are the 2 mobs that he is linked with. Except I've never actually seen him patrol, so this is actually a first. So now, if he actually does do this patrolling, you could probably kill him by himself, and it would be easier. So you're gonna come down. Oop. You're gonna come down. You're gonna. Sorry. And then here are the warg pins. I call them the warg pins because these lupine horrors are kind of like in little pins. So you're gonna kill Worgen, and then just remember the lupine horrors summon more lupine horrors. You'll work your way up. These dogs are freaking everywhere, hidden in the hay. They're in here. This is, let's see, and then right here. There's usually a chest back here. Yep. The lupine horrors are is the headache, I guess, of this part of the dungeon. You're gonna walk your way up the spiraling staircase, and then here we have Fenrus the Devourer and the Book of Ur. That's where the Book of Ur is, right there. It's a big blue book. You can't miss it. You'll kill him. An event will play out right here. You'll kill the Void Walkers, but we're just gonna bypass that. You'll come up through here. See, now you can look down. You're on the balcony above Fenris's room. You'll run up. And then here we have Wolfmaster Nandos. You can see that he has his two mobs right there, but right here on the side. You'll never see these in like your peripheral vision if you just run it straight in. So yeah, there are elite mobs next to him. And the easiest way is to attack him through the Bleak Warg. So you would come up right here, aggro the Bleak Warg. It'll pull him, and it won't pull that mob. You'll kill that mob by himself, and then you'll come through this door, and then this is where you see the Archmage Arugal. You'll come down here. You'll kill the Sons of Arugal. You'll finally get your revenge from what they have been doing to you while you were leveling. You'll come up here, and you will kill Archmage Arugal. He will teleport pretty much to where he's standing, and then over there. So you gotta run over here, jump over like that. You can kill him here, and then to get on that other side, you gotta jump over here this way. And he'll teleport right there. So once you kill him, you have completed Shadowfang Keep. All the quests, all the bosses, all the mobs. Complete clear. I hope this was enjoyable for you to watch. I hope you learned something. And I hope you come back and you watch more. That's it. Like and subscribe. I love you. And